Okay. Have you all covered, have you all done angles in school already?
Yes, we are doing angles.
Angles now. Okay, so remember, lesson 51 will explain to you what you need to know. Okay, good to know that you just started. Okay, only P3. Okay, so we're doing square, rectangle, rhombus, parallelogram. Okay, now, very quickly, when we talk about square, okay, this is a square. Okay, all sides must be equal. All angles are right angle. Now, if I draw a line down through the square, what is this line called? What is this line called? Anyone? Do you know what this line is called? Anyone?
Diagonal line.
Very good. So it is called a diagonal. Okay. So it cuts right through the middle such that you get two equal isosceles triangle. Now, the unique part about this is because it is an isosceles right angle triangle. No, it's not a horizontal, it's a diagonal. Okay, so that means this angle here will all be 45 degrees. All this angle will be 45 degrees. Okay, because it is a right angle. So this is called, each of them is called a right angle isosceles triangle. Okay, it is called a right angle isosceles triangle. All right, now, for a rectangle, okay, so if you have a rectangle, now again, this is also a right angle. All right, now, but the diagonal does not give you an isosceles triangle, okay? So the diagonal does not serve any function for a rectangle whereby you cannot divide the angle equally. All right. Now, what is a rhombus? Usually a rhombus is like that, whereby all sides must be equal. Okay. A rhombus has all sides equal. All right. Now, with the rhombus, okay, so it's being all sides equal. So the diagonal cuts. Okay, the diagonal cuts exactly at a right angle. Okay, the diagonal cuts at a right angle. So it's like a slanted square, yes. All sides must be equal. Now, okay, this is a rhombus, right? Now, which means that these two angles, okay, are equal, are the same or rather. So all these other angles, they are all equal to each other. Okay? All right. Now, parallelogram. Okay, so you have one more parallelogram. Yeah, parallelogram looks like this. That means it has two pairs of parallel lines. It has two pairs of parallel lines whereby the sum of opposite angles must add up to give you 180. Okay, so these two lines are equal. Angle C plus angle D also equals to 180. Angle A plus C is 180. So this is parallel lines. Now, one more shape is trapezium. Okay, so trapezium has only a pair of parallel lines. So that means these two angles, angle A plus angle B, must be equal to 180. Even these two angles, C and D. Angle C and angle D is also 180 degrees. Okay, so please take note of the properties of the different shapes, okay, or the unknown angles in quadrilaterals. So why are they called quadrilaterals? Anyone? Because they are, why are they called quadrilateral? Anyone? What does quad means? What does quarter means?
1, 4.
So that means quadrilateral will be 4 what? 4 sided figures.
Figure.
Okay. So quadrilateral is also known as 4-sided figures. Alright. Whereby the sum of angles in a 4-sided figures must be equal to how much? If the sum of 3-sided figures, triangles are 180, that is for a triangle. So if you look at the square, square is made of 90, 90, 90, 90. So sum of angles in a 4-sided figure or a quadrilateral is 360 degrees. Yes, hi Evan. Okay, let's look at question number 1. Very pretty straightforward. Okay, so you have an isosceles triangle. Okay, you have an isosceles triangle here. Nah. Okay. Who is here? Joanne. Hi, Joanne. Okay, all right. Now, try to be on time, so that I'm not distracted. Okay, so ABCD is a parallelogram. So ABCD is a parallelogram. So you can mark it up to indicate that it is a parallelogram. And CDE is an isosceles triangle. So can you see the marking here? That is an isosceles triangle. So which means that this angle here, right? This angle here, since this is an isosceles triangle, means that this angle DCE must be equal to angle DEC. DCE is equal to DEC, which is equals to 75 degrees because it is an isosceles triangle. All right. Now, so I want to find angle ADC. ADC, which is this angle. Okay, so because you want to find this angle, can you see that what is this property here? Since you have an isosceles triangle, that means angle ADC is equals to 75 degrees because it is an alternate angle. So the reason is because it is an alternate angles. Have you done an alternate, have you covered this in school? Alternate angles? No? Okay, alternatively, I can also go the longer way, whereby find this angle, which is angle BCD is equals to angles on a straight line will give me 105. So angle ADC is equals to 180 minus 105 to give me 75. So you can also do the method done in green, or you can also follow this one that is in red. So whichever you're comfortable with. Okay, so I'm just giving you the alternative solutions. All right, now let's look at question number 2. So they tell us that ABCD is a rectangle. So ABCD is a rectangle. Okay, I'm going to attempt to draw a rectangle. Okay, so this is a rectangle, they tell you. Given that angle I, okay, so angle I is 3 times angle J. So angle I is 3 times angle J. Now, we know that angle ADC is how many degrees since it is a rectangle? Anyone? What is this question, Evan? Okay, now, number 2. Can someone tell me what is the angle A? What is the angle ADC? How much is angle ADC? Thank you, Lena. Because it is a rectangle, these are all right angles. Right angles means they are 90 degrees. So DC is 90 degrees. Now, we know that if we have a 50 here, that means angle I plus angle J, which is 4 unit, must be equal to the 90 degrees minus 50 degrees to give me 40. So 1 unit will be divided by 4 to give me 10. So question says find angle I. And angle I is how much? Angle I is 3 units, so that's 3 times 10 degrees to give me 30 degrees. Okay, angles there. Okay, now, please remember, when you're writing angle, it is important that you write down the degrees. Okay? It is important that you write down the degrees. 2 things that you must write down. Number 1, you must make sure you write down the angle reference. What do I mean by angle reference? So all these here, can you see this? All these here are all known as angle reference. So you must label your angle. So otherwise, there's just too many angles for the marker of your teacher to be searching for your answer. Okay, we don't want them to do that. So make sure you write down your angle reference. And number 2, make sure you write down the degree symbols in both your mathematical statement like this. Okay, so you make sure you write down all these symbols, plus your final answer must also have the degree symbol. It's very important because if you didn't do any one of this, they will minus half mark for each of them. Okay, so you're left with 1 mark short in your final calculation of your marks. Okay, so take note, please, everybody. All right, let's look at question number 3. So for question number 3, we have 2 identical parallelograms. Take note, they are identical. So what do I mean by identical? That means their angles are, all the angles are the same. Okay, all the angles are the same. So you have D, E, F, G. So this is one of your parallelogram. This is the other parallelogram. So that means, since the angles are all the same, if this angle is 120, that means angle A is also 120 degrees. Okay, and angle B will be equal to how much? What do you have? Can someone tell me your answer? How do I get angle B? Angle B. How do you find angle B? Okay, nobody? Okay, so angle B, can you see that this is a straight line? Okay, so this is a straight line. So angle B is equals to 180 degrees minus angle A, which is 120 degrees, to give me 60 degrees. Okay, sum. This is the sum of angles on a straight. Sum of angles on a straight line. They are identical. So take note, they are identical. So these angles must be 180. So that means this is also 180. 120. This is also 120. So they are identical. So please take note, they are identical. Okay, question number 4. Now, in